Hello, my name is Gregory Martin. I'm the vendor manager. I want to thank you for coming to participate in our Vendor for the Day program. What you will be doing, you will be going out with a vendor, and all proceeds that you get from selling the paper will go straight directly to the vendor. Street Sense is a newspaper for the poor and the homeless where they can earn money and also help publish the paper. We have a writers group that meets every Wednesday where the vendors come in and discuss their writings, and even those that can't write to see if they can get something published in the paper. I was homeless. Every homeless person has a story, and I was homeless for 7 months. The first night that I became homeless, I walked into a shelter and I walked right back out. No, I didn't have a lot of money. I wasn't the cleanest person in the world. I'm not saying I was the cleanest person in the world, the smartest, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. So for 7 months, I slept out in the street of Washington, D.C., due to being ashamed, being stupid. It's just that I did not want to go in the shelter. So I got rained on, sunburned. All I had was a pair of pants, some socks, shoes, and a t-shirt and shirt. I was sick, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Why did I go into the shelter? Because it just wasn't for me. And during that time, I did it all. I ate out of the trash can. I went to McDonald's, rinsed the cup out, ate all that, the whole 9 yards. And panhandling. And again, why did I go to the shelter? It was due to being prideful, ignorant, being in this situation. So for 7 months, I was out there. And it was something that I don't want to experience again. So as I was panhandling, someone told me about Street Sense. And, I said, well, I'm doing fine, because when you're homeless, you get comfortable for doing what you want to do. You don't want to be told what to do or anything like that. So I tried Street Sense out, and then it started becoming to, put some money in my pocket, and I set a goal for myself. Initially I, started looking at the paper, look for an apartment or a room or something. So as I was reading the paper one day, one of my customers that had befriended me was talking to me, and she said, well, are you looking for a place? So I said, yes. So I was looking at the paper, and I saw something for $65 a week. So as she said, oh, well, that's good. So I didn't pay no mind. So about 2 hours later, she came back and gave me an envelope with $80 in it, because I had told her that I had saved some money. And so she gave me an envelope with $80 in it. She said, here, take this, use it as your deposit, and get your room. So, and at that time, I did not know she was a pastor of a church, because she never told me. And so when she gave me the money, I was like, oh, Dad, what should I do with this money? Should I really go get this room? Or, and that's one thing, I'm not an alcoholic, and I don't do drugs. So, I was just going to splurge, give me something to eat and stuff like that. So I went and got my room. And the little room that I got for $65, it was about 1/3 the size of this room. But it was something that I had a key to, something I can get out of the shelter. It was a blessing to me. And then I said, well, I can do this with selling this paper. Then, I was able to buy me some toiletry items, go to the thrift store, get me some clothes, some shoes, stuff like that. Then I was able to find me a part-time job. And as of today, I'm still working with that part-time job, doing events and stuff like that. And then I gradually started making enough money that I started renting me a basement. Okay, a basement, I'm still not where I want to be, but, in these economic days, a basement is just as good as an apartment. So now I have my own bathroom, I got to clean up and all like this, so I'm still not where I want to be because I'm in the process of getting my own place. And then I started with this part-time job. I was still selling the paper. And then gradually I started volunteering because at that point in time, and as of today, I do not know where I would be right now if I wouldn't have sold this paper. And at that time, I wanted to give back. So I started volunteering. I started coming in, helping in the office. And when you volunteer, they give you free papers. And not saying that I was all that, but not saying that I was at the top of the world because I'm still not where I want to be. I would give my papers to the vendors, the free papers that I would get. Because I know that I'm one in a billion. And I know if this paper worked for me, it can work for one in a million. And even then, I started talking to the vendors, trying to encourage them. I mean, because everybody can't be like everybody. And then gradually, and so at the beginning of this year, Laura asked me to become a vendor manager. And I thought about it, and I actually thought, what can I do to help? What kind of input can I bring to Street Sense? But first of all, I figured if she asked me, she might have seen something in me to, ask me that question. So I accepted. So since February 3rd this year, I have been vendor manager, and I consider it a blessing for me to be able to, just bring forth to the vendors what they can do with this paper. And like I said, I'm one in a billion, but I know if it worked for me, it can work for everybody else. And like I said, if I would have started selling this paper, I don't know where I would be. So I want to try to incorporate this with the vendors to let them know that this paper can work. And when I first started, I did the Vendor for the Day program, and I just appreciate this program because for people to come out here and volunteer their time to show the vendors that, someone cares, I really, really appreciate you coming here today. So, this paper means a lot to me. And I just want to let the vendors know that if they keep going, set goals, that they can get out of this situation. And just like I said right now, I'm not where I still want to be. But I'm not going to look back. I'm going to move forward. And like every homeless person has a story. And trust me, anyone can become homeless for any reason. And with the economy going the way it is and all this, it happens just like that. So, that is my story. So you will be going out today with Evelyn. She is one of our vendors. You will wear this vest. Already with this vest on, you are going to be stereotyped from a block away. From a block away, you will be stereotyped. No matter what you got on. And let me ask you a question. What does a homeless person supposed to look like? Be honest. Give me your honest opinion.
I guess first thing I think of is just maybe somebody who's not necessarily clean.
Right, ma'am. Your turn.
All right. Maybe not the best clothing on.
Right, ma'am.
Pretty much the same thing, a little disheveled.
Okay, now, before I became homeless, just like you, my perception of homeless was different. Okay? But now, my perception has just expanded because it doesn't matter. We have homeless people with suits selling this paper that you went